Miss Kitty, over to you.
Just hold it up. Good morning everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to CVM. I am Kadeen Wilkinson, coming to you live from 3 Dillsbury Avenue in Kingston 8, Jamaica. Today is D-Day, it's Election Day 2025, where the leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, is vying to be the next Prime Minister of Jamaica, while Dr. Andrew Holness of the Jamaica Labour Party is definitely trying to retain his position as Prime Minister. Right at this moment, as aforementioned, we're at 3 Dillsbury Avenue, where Mark Golding, the leader of the opposition, is now preparing to vote. He's voting in PD 33. He is here with his wife, Mrs. Sandra Golding. They arrived at about 5 minutes after 7 this morning, and to a sea of people of both orange and green, and the Jamaica Labour Party supporters are out, and the People's National Party supporters are also out. Incidentally, he is running against Carlton Allen for the St. Andrew Southern seat, and by all indications, it seems like Mr. Golding is sitting comfortably in that seat. But as you know, today is D-Day, and that will be decided later. Also, just recently arrived about 5 minutes ago, from the People's National Party, representing the People's National Party, going up against Delroy Chuck for St. Andrew Northeastern. Stacey Knight, she's also voting at this particular polling station. And so we have both candidates at the polling station at this time. The polling division, the returning officer is also here. The police officers are here. So far, so good. Everything seems to be quiet. Everything seems to be running accordingly. We also have the returning officers. We have the also persons from both sides are helping to direct persons as to where they should go. Persons are asking questions. So we're asking voters to please remember to bring your national ID, bring your voter's ID. However, if you do not have that, the process will be a little different, as was described by Dennis Brooks some time ago this week as to how it will all unfold. But right now, 3 Dillsbury Avenue is where we are. Mr. Golding is right over there with his wife. Stacey Knight is also on location. And though this is not their constituency in terms of where they're running, they are here. We have Mrs. Golding stepping out. Good morning, Mrs. Golding. How are you? How are you feeling? Lovely. All done. Have you voted already? Very well. And she's done it. How are you feeling about today's activities?
I'm positive about what's to come.
Yes.
Can't wait for later to celebrate.
Yeah. All right.
So, yeah. All right.
Loving it. Well, thank you for your support. What would you like to say to your husband this morning?
Babes, I wish you all the best, and I'm here for you as always.
Thank you so very much. Have a great day. Mrs. Sandra Golding, live. Her finger with the purple there. Yes, she voted this morning along with her husband, comrade leader of the opposition, Mark Golding, and she has done her due and exercised her democratic franchise. Thank you, Mrs. Golding. Thank you so very much. You're watching CVM TV, and we are in the streets of Kingston.
All right. There you have it. There is some action on
to be specific. Now, while we're coming up here, we saw JLP and PNP posters side by side. When we arrived, we saw the PNP supporters, we saw JLP supporters, cars decorated in green, cars decorated in orange. Now, I spoke to the police and they told me they're admitting 16 people at a time to prevent congestion. So that's to tell you how much people are coming out to vote. Now, we will have much more in our newscast, so stay tuned.
Thank you so much, Yendi. I'm in North Central Clarendon, Chapelton to be exact, where the voters or the supporters, they are slowly rolling in for both parties. The vibes here is slowly going on. We are going to be in North Central Clarendon for the rest of the afternoon, for the rest of the morning and the surrounding constituencies. But to give a little bit of history about North Central Clarendon, back in 2016, the general election, there were just over 20,000 eligible voters with a voter turnout of over 50%. Now, Pernell Charles for the Jamaica Labour Party at that time succeeded Dr. Brennan, who polled 5,700 votes at that time. Fast forward to 2020 general election again, where Pernell Charles switched to Jamaica Labour Party, Robert Nesta Morgan, where he succeeded not Pernell Charles, Desmond Brennan. He succeeded Desmond Brennan, and to 2025, Dr. R.J. Dixon and Robert Nesta Morgan is at the polls again, and we're here in North Central Clarendon watching the vibe for the day. Supporters again are slowly rolling in, and I'll give you updates as we go along. So it's back to you, Yendi, in studio.
Message to both the JLP and the PNP. The job that you're being elected to do is difficult, but it is not impossible. Nobody's asking you to turn water into wine, to call on fire from heaven, or to command that these stones be made into bread. All we're asking as Jamaicans, the one dege sinti we ask, is that you do right by us, the people. Just be fair and honest in the dispensation of your duties. If there is any honesty left, please, for the love of God, as we are trying to move forward, can we see evidence of this in your politics? Transparency and accountability are not difficult constructs to assimilate. It just means that people can see through what you do, and when you are questioned, you have answers for those questions that will not insult the people's intelligence and slap them in the face. Transparency and accountability is really not that hard, and it's only stealthily and craftily avoided by those who are trying to evade the laws of our land and trying to fatten themselves from the public purse. And it is obvious. It is obvious from the debates, along with what's themselves from the public purse. And it is obvious. It is obvious from the debates, along with what's going on in your campaign, that you know exactly what to say to gain the trust and the confidence of the people. So follow through. Do what you say you are going to do. And you've been in politics long enough to know the potential encumbrance of the things that you are offering, right? You know what will work and what will not work. So don't come out here dangling shiny things, and then afterwards you're offering all kinds of caveat and giving us all kinds of conditions apply. See the press for details. The word politics should never be synonymized with corruption, deception, or manipulation, and a politician should never be regarded as the known equivalent. Unfortunately, as politicians, you have built a horrible reputation for yourselves, which in my opinion have left a lot of people feeling disenfranchised, and I think that this explains the low voter turnout that we've seen over the years. It is easy to call out folks who are not exercising their franchise, but we are not having enough conversations around the lack of confidence that you have bred in people over time. So at this point, the thing looks evenly contested, and I absolutely love it, because that is what a democracy is. Everybody at the edge of them chair, and there's clearly no sense of entitlement. That way, once you are elected, every single time you're able to spread a table in your house, you're mindful of the people who went into that polling station, forgot ink up them index finger, and you are actively working to help them to also be able to spread a table in their house. As a Jamaican who loves my country dearly and wants the very best for Jamaica land we love, I want to wish you all the very best, and I sincerely hope that the party that is elected to form the next government of this very beautiful country is the one that is more deserving and is the one that is going to do right by the people. Happy campaigning.
Do right by the people. All right. In the words of the wise man MPG, he's so familiar to me. I'm almost certain I've seen him before.
Who's that person?
I don't know.
I think he's pretty good, though.
He is pretty solid. Kind of like, you know what? You guys could be brothers. All right. Welcome back to our election day coverage on Sunrise. So the polls are open, just about. People are making their way to make their voices heard. And for the latest on the ground, we're going live to our reporter, Ronaldo Adams, who is on the line. And he's checking in from St. James West Central. Ronaldo, good morning. What's happening in your neck of the woods?
We are in the we're in St. James West Central this morning, where everyone is currently waiting on the polling stations to open. And I'm joined by two lovely women from either party, the PNP, the People's National Party, and the Jamaica Labour Party, JLP. We're going to go to Mama Gracie first. Mama Gracie, what are you expecting from today's general elections, first and foremost?
Expecting from when the new Prime Minister win, yes, to get the young guy them job and cut out all the corruption, and expecting to bring out my new MP, Andre Arton, what is capable for the job, for the young people. Yes, one heart, one love.
You mentioned the Dr. Andre Horton. He is the candidate for the PNP. What is it that stands out about him most that makes you so put all of your support in Dr. Horton?
Yes, the reason why I put all of my trust in Dr. When Montselem was in big war. Dr. Andre Artin come as a young guy and crush everything. First, in coming with football, in coming with a lot of things. So I think I'm going to give him a big support for that because first time, wow, and he come and he stop everything. So I think he's capable to be our new MP for West Central.
Thank you very much, Mama Gracie. All the best today.
All right, out of love.
All right, and we're switching over to Miss Sophia. Miss Sophia, you heard everything that Mama Gracie had to say. Same questions are being posed to you. Firstly, what are you expecting from today's general elections?
Well, what I'm expecting from today general election, I've been knowing Mr. Eli Clark and with Mr. Vernon Richard, we can conquer. Mr. Eli Clark born in the ghetto. He comes from the ghetto. He stays in the ghetto. He runs in the ghetto. Never switch, never change. One love, Eli Clark.
All right, hold on, Mama Sophia. One more. So, if your MP, Miss Marlene Malalu Ford, if she is Eli Clark, excuse me, if he is to retain his seat, what is one change that you want, the primary change that you want to see?
Well, the primary change that I would want to see is that like the police who are antagonizing the young youth, killing the innocent one and putting gun on them, we need that to stop because everyone comes from a mother and we all are mother and we love us. But the mothers who have them son and children in wrongs and shielding them, we need to stand up as citizens of Jamaica and let it stop. Because we the people of Jamaica can stop it if we want.
Miss Sophia, thank you very much and all the best today.
Okay.
All right, Ronaldo Adams here. We are in West Central St. James and the St. James Central. We will be monitoring all the constituencies today. We'll also be going up to Northwestern and the Southern St. James, and we'll also be journeying to Trelawney. Stay tuned on CVM Television, the best place to see it happen. Back to you in the studio.
Friendships can be tested, but they don't have to be. We have two friends on the line, Jamoy Crooks and Javane Brown, and they're zooming in. And they've been friends since college, and they're supporting different sides today. Actually, I think they've been supporting different sides for a while. And today, what they are is living proof that respect and unity can thrive despite political differences. So, gentlemen, good morning to you. Are you there with me?
Yes, good morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Good morning. Well, I don't have to ask which one of you is Javane because Javane, you have on your shirt. Let's talk a little bit about why you think politics has become a polarizing force in the society within which we live. I'm going to throw that one to Jamoy.
Right. So I believe politics has become so polarizing. One of the reasons is, it has become so attached to our identity. The two parties have over the time, over the campaign period, discussed who is Jamaican from who is not Jamaican, right? So it's a us versus them. So it has become so polarizing because it's so tied to our identity. And, the existence of social media and the constant in your face of politics over the campaigning period, pushing a us versus them mandate, and social media highlighting the extremes, so that has made, groups marginalized and becoming so polarizing within families.
You are friends on opposite ends, as it were. How do you navigate that space? How do you keep a successful friendship while, disagreeing on political issues?
Well, for us, I would say it basically is not taking it too seriously. We understand that it is the mandate of the country. It is a very serious time, yes, but our different opinions do not define us. At the end of the day, we are both Jamaicans and we do want the best for our country. We may have a difference in how we visualize that being achieved, but at the end of the day, we do want the best for our country. And we recognize that, and we do know that at the end of the day, after elections, there exists life outside of politics. So it should not be the case where it is only politics. So we can still remain friends afterwards. Personally, Jamoy has been a friend of mine for years. We both lived on Chancellor Hall, Blackeye. And if anyone knows about Chancellor, we know about the camaraderie and the fellowship that exists on that hall. So personally, we are brothers, and I think party lines should not define that.
You know, I realize that you missed no opportunity, eh? The camaraderie. I know, you know, the comrade in the camaraderie. Come on. Let me ask you this, though. If you guys are about to have a conversation, right, and you find that it's getting a little, the temperature is rising, the tension is increasing, somebody is sticking real hard to their point, and the other one is not letting up, are there ground rules established if, you know, to make sure the thing don't get too drastic? And if so, like, what do you do to maintain a mutual respect that you have for each other?
Yeah, so for us, we do not do personal attacks. So that's where we draw the line. So we critique ideas and policies, and we may critique members of each party, but we draw the line at personal attacks, right? For us, we try to, you know, listen, and we don't interrupt each other. So we listen, allow him to say what he has to say, and then I rebut. So that is a big thing for us, right? So we don't do the personal attacking. We listen and critique ideas before anything else.
That just sounds to me like an ideal world, because I've been in we sugarcoating and we're bread and buttering and we're talking as though it is always going to be that. And I've been in heated political discussions. I mean, I'll walk away and vex. So, like, what advice do you give to people who are on, you know, opposite ends and want to maintain, you know, a friendship?
Well, I would say criticism should also be important. I mean, and we should not take criticism as just a criticism of the party, but we should take it also in the stance that we want better for our country and better and improvements for the lives of Jamaicans. I think a lot of times we as Jamaicans, we are very passionate people.
Yeah.
We may take things, especially once we are supporting a particular side, a bit personally, we may want to defend it to the ends of the earth. I would say to understand that there exists a life outside of politics, to understand that despite our difference in opinions, at the end of the day, we also want what is best for Jamaica. And once criticism is levied, most of the time it's not a personal attack. It's essentially what we want to see for our country, and that there are methods, different methods that can be achieved for our country and for the improvements of our lives as Jamaicans.
Yeah.
Differences in opinion, but the common denominator is that we want the best for our country. That was Jamal Crooks and Javane Brown joining us for this segment. And then
we're going to take a break.
Beyond the party lines, you know, the friendship lives, you know. So we're going to another break, Sunrisers. Hang tight with us, and thank you for being with us for this extended version of Sunrise. And we're going to be right back.